Welcome to Team Fortress Halo. After 6 months into development, I hope it's been worth the wait. Team Fortress Halo is a fully functional installation-friendly mod for Halo Reach that uses a custom script to give each individual loadout their own unique traits. What this means is the Scout loadout is actually fast, the Heavy loadout actually has lots of shields, and much, much more. That's right, now I've figured out the ability to give custom traits to every single loadout in Reach, and the possibilities of this are nigh limitless. But for now, I've decided to really showcase this by porting over the design philosophy of one of my favorite games ever, Team Fortress 2. Welcome to Team Fortress Halo. So let's start by going down the list. First we have the Scout, who's sporting a 40% speed increase and a 10% damage increase. He has almost no health compared to most of the other classes in this mod, which makes him very squishy, but his speed allows him to jump in and out of combat and really choose the fights that he wants to take, which makes him almost as deadly as he would be in the actual Team Fortress 2 game. Just be aware that his speed is very momentum-based compared to TF2, so be careful you are a little bit in control of where you're sprinting, lest your own weight be your downfall. The Soldier class is very, very fun to play. Starting with a rocket launcher and a shotgun gives him an insane amount of firepower, not to mention a full overshield every life. I also reduced his gravity down to 50%, which allows you to rocket jump and actually make it up to some areas that you normally wouldn't be able to access or skip. The Soldier also has 3 frag grenades, which more than anything is a reference to his Team Fortress 2 cosmetic, but can also come in handy for when you need to get a bit of splash damage around a corner and you're out of rockets. Starting with this much firepower makes him an incredibly powerful class, and I actually had to hit him with a 25% damage nerf just to make him not completely busted, but don't worry, he's still a really, really solid pick in this game. Next we have the Demolitions loadout, based off the Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. He starts with a grenade launcher, which can be good for stunning vehicles or hitting people around corners, and an impressive concussion rifle, which does a lot of splash damage, has a high clip size, and on top of that is excellent at just pestering enemies and very rewarding if you get direct hits, just like the Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. I'm really proud of this one. Not to mention, he also sports a massive 25% damage buff as opposed to the Soldier. The 25% damage buff is necessary though, because he only has a half overshield, which makes him pretty squishy compared to the average character. Not to mention his attacks have a much smaller splash damage radius than something like the rocket launcher, and so he needs the extra buff to make it worth choosing him over the Soldier. The Demo Man also sports 4 grenades of each type, so you can absolutely just go to town spamming grenades onto a point. Next we have one that is really, really cool. We have the Heavy Weapons class, who spawns with the dismounted machine gun turret and a triple overshield. Very, very powerful. He moves only at 90% speed, plus the speed debuff you get for holding the turret. But don't make any mistakes, this is definitely one of the most powerful classes in the game. Unfortunately, I could not stop players from dropping the turret. There was no script I could do that could stop that. And inevitably, what every single player would ever do upon choosing heavy was just drop the turret. And at that point I had a lot of heavies running around unable to attack. So I decided to give him a secondary weapon of a bottomless clip assault rifle, which he can use instead of his machine gun turret. It's pretty much just as powerful, and he is faster while holding it, so it's very valuable to sometimes make the correct decision on whether or not to use the minigun turret or switch out to your lighter assault rifle as the heavy weapons class, and gives him that little bit more decision-making power that other classes have. Next we have the Operator, which is definitely one of the closest classes to a standard Halo loadout. Not much changed here. He has a drop shield, which is a very powerful ability, very useful for holding down and defending a point and covering yourself from sniper fire. Not to mention its trademark healing ability, which you can use to heal members without having to have them go off and run for a health pack. The Operator is also unique in that he's the only class who's able to use vehicles, which means that you can move warthogs into position, climb into scorpions if you see any. You can get a lot of versatility out of this class, so don't forget that he can use vehicles. Oh, also, I should mention that the heavy weapons is also able to climb into the turrets of warthogs. So if you manage to communicate with a heavy and get him into the back of one of your warthogs, you're going to have a very, very powerful force to deal with.
Teammate. Hill control.
Next we have the Sniper, who is very similar to what you would expect in vanilla Halo. No bells and whistles or fancy armor abilities, but he does have an infinite ammo sniper and a plasma repeater as a bit of backup damage. He also sports a 25% damage buff, which I felt was necessary considering how much more difficult it is to use a sniper rifle when lots of people have overshields and can tank a headshot or two. The damage buff is definitely needed on this class, and he still fills a valuable role of chip damaging away those heavy hitters and really putting down some oppressive fire onto the point.
Hill control. Hill control.
Finally, we have the Saboteur class, filling in for the Spy. The Saboteur is always armor color black, no matter what team he's on, which provides a little bit of extra confusion on the battlefield, which he can take advantage of. He has a plasma pistol and a magnum, which you can use to noob combo most of the weaker enemies, as well as deal a lot of surprise damage to heavily shielded targets. And, most importantly, he has his trademark ability of cloaking and hiding away from the enemy team. The crucial part about the Saboteur class is he's the only one that has a fully functioning radar. The Operator has one too that's a little weaker, but the Saboteur has the full 25-meter radar, which is extremely helpful for sneaking up on enemy gamers without them noticing and going in for the assassination. The Saboteur is especially effective at taking down highly shielded targets such as heavies and soldiers. He also has 2 plasma grenades which he can use just for a little bit of splash damage / sneak attacks.
Hill control. Hill control. Hill.
And last but not least, we have the Berserker class. which might seem a little confusing, but I intended it to be a sort of adaptation of the Demo Knight from Team Fortress 2. Unlike the Demo Knight, though, the melee attacks of a Berserker are really, really strong, even with a small damage buff, and a small buff to the shields of the user, which means that he's a bit of a sort of glass cannon approach. If you're the kind of player who likes to just charge in recklessly, then, well, this is the best one for you. I've had to nerf this character a lot, and it's still really powerful. So, I was tempted to take it out, but at the same time, it's just so much damn fun to play. So, give this one a whirl if you're interested. Installing this mod is super easy. All you have to do on Steam is go to your Halo Master Chief Collection, right-click, Properties, Local Files, Browse, and then go into Halo Reach, Game Variants, and simply copy-paste the TF2 Koth file into here. Only the host needs to do this. No one else has to install anything. Once you install it, it's going to be in your custom games just like the rest of them, and anyone can join you just as they would join any other game mode. If you're on console, it's almost as easy. All you have to do is find a game of Team Fortress 2 running in the Custom Games browser, or load one up from a friend, and once you've played a round of it, then simply go into your menu here, go My Files, go into Game Types, and in here you will see your most recently played game types, and you can just go save and keep it saved onto your console to use whenever you want. Alright, well, now that you know all about the mod, how about let's enjoy some highlights from my stream with some fun TF2 music in the background. No, you're in the hill, it's working. Oh, shit!
Who's that?
From...
Yeah.
At least in this mod, with the damage penalty.
Oh no!
I tried to save you. Well, I didn't try very hard, but I wanted to save you.
Biden posted I think it was your game mode to one of my servers.
Really? Can I, would I possibly be able to, like, join that server and see it? Because I'm a huge narcissist, and I love seeing people post about my stuff. No shame in admitting it. Yeah, I encourage you guys to try as many different classes as you can, because, oh shit! Why me?
That's a lot of HP. Oi, none of that.
Did you get teabagged, Immortal? You poor soul.
Got teabags.
And he's the only one, besides the engineer, who could do that. Oh my god, our grenades just collided midair! That was awesome.
What? I'm legit just throwing grenades in there and getting kills.
Yeah, it's definitely very spammy with King of the Hill. Well, don't forget that the Heavy can also pilot the turrets, so... if you get an NG Heavy team... Oh, God damn it! Did you even see me, or was that just a random shot?
I saw you. This is a really long range
That
shot.
really caught me off guard. That blew up right in my face. The fact that it was you as well.
The demo is the longest range character, I swear. I don't even need to peek.
I always forget. So, in TF, or not in TF2, in Halo, whenever you see an energy sword and you have a shotgun, that's usually a winning matchup, but not in this. Oh god. Leave me alone, Immortal. Whenever I see a spy in the distance, in fact, if I see a spy at any point, I never am able to tell if they're blue or red team. I mean, it doesn't matter, but...
Just shoot them all.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really matter ultimately, but still, it's just kind of weird that I can't notice the difference. Oh god. No!